Hmm? Okay. Okay, guys. So let's start our session. Another sample essay, another concept of narrative essay all together. So we're going to read this story. Then I'm going to draw the outline chart, give you 5 minutes to try to outline it individually, after which we share the answers. Okay? This is the objective of our period. All right? Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So Amura, start reading.
Living overseas for the majority of my life, racism was never a subject that I had to deal with. I was raised in a multicultural household. Therefore, I was taught to appreciate people for who they are, not for the color of their skin. However, my attitude nearly changed when I encountered a harsh personal situation.
Okay. Is this a first person narrative or a third person narrative? Yes?
What's the difference between first and third?
No,
First,
no, first.
First teacher,
First
because
is
he's talking about his
himself. Good. Amura, a
yes.
first person narrative is when the writer talks about something that happened with him personally and he uses I, me, my, etc. A third person is like the wooden bowl when you read the story of another person. You are not involved yet. Okay?
Can I read, teacher?
Okay.
So, before Mawad continues, the first paragraph starts by the writer saying that living overseas for the majority of my life, racism was never a subject that I had to deal with. It means that when the writer or when the narrator or author, whatever, says living overseas, it means that he is not living in his own what? Yes?
How?
Country.
Yes, country.
Okay. So the writer is a person who is not living in his own country. He is, he might be an immigrant.
Yes.
He might be an immigrant. Okay. And he's also saying that he was raised in a multicultural household. It means that inside his family, there were people from other nationalities. So if he is, let's say, American or Mexican or German, in his family, there are people from other nationalities as well.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
multicultural household. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And paragraph 1 ends by saying, however, my attitude nearly changed when I encountered or faced a harsh personal situation. Here, ya Marquise, before Mawad reads, we said that the atmosphere. What do you think the atmosphere of the story will be if we focus on the end of the first paragraph? How might the attitude be?
Racism.
Okay, so my attitude changed when I encountered a harsh personal situation. So here the writer is not going to be having a nice situation, right?
Right.
Okay. There is going to be something rude, something harsh, something difficult. Let's see. Yes, Mawad, begin the story.
Yes. One night, a couple of friends and I went to watch a boxing match between a Mexican fighter and a Puerto Rican
Puerto
one.
Rican. Puerto Rico is a country. Anyway, yes.
Puerto Rican one. With a massive excitement rushing throughout the room.
Yes.
Arguments began to floor up about who has the
Who was? Who
who
was,
was who was the superior warrior.
The
This
superior
type,
warrior. Yes.
yes, this type of argument is anticipated. However, one senseless individual who works out at the same gym I do decided to yell out. Puerto Ricans are generally better than Mexicans. I was outraged. I was outraged. I could not believe that he had the
Dignity. Mhm.
dignity to blur out such a racial statement over a boxing match.
Uh-huh. So what happened? You see, this is what I meant by using some advanced vocab every now and then. So the main idea is understood, but we use some strong vocab every now and then, like massive, arguments, flare up, outrage. So what's the story? One night, the narrator was with his friends at a boxing match, and there were arguments, between the audience who was the better boxer. The boxing match was between a Mexican and a Puerto Rican. Suddenly, one of the crowd said that Puerto Ricans are generally better than Mexicans, and this made the writer outraged or angry because he thought that this is racism. So, what is the nationality of the writer?
Mexican.
Excellent, Wissam. He is Mexican because he felt what? He felt angry. Okay, because that person said that Puerto Ricans are better than Mexicans. You see, Wissam, this is what we said before, that you can write a very understandable idea, but you can use the high literature, advanced vocab. You see? So the idea is clear, but you use advanced vocab every now and then. Omar Hassan, paragraph 3. Hatred.
Hatred is a word I rarely use in my vocabulary. However, it is the feeling that I had throughout that entire night. As I arrived home, all I thought about was why I didn't knock this guy down. I called my father and I asked him how people are supposed to deal with situations like this. He calmly replied, "Son, there will be horrible people wherever you go. Your job is to exclude yourself from them." I said, "Dad, don't you feel any sort of disgust?" He replied, exclude yourself, son."
Uh-huh. What did the father advise his son to do?
Yes, teacher, he
To
advised
avoid those
his
people.
Excellent.
Exclude himself from
To avoid such
to
people.
avoid the problem with with such like this people.
to exclude himself from them.
Okay, to exclude himself, to avoid. Yes, Mustafa?
Should I want to read?
Okay, you will read, don't worry. So the father advised his son, to exclude himself from such people, to ignore them, not to argue or fight or whatever. What does this tell about the father's personality?
He don't love to make problems.
Okay,
Caring.
yes, Sam.
Caring.
A weak personality, maybe.
Okay, Marquise.
Caring.
Wise, right? He is wise, caring. Excellent. Okay, now what happened? We read in paragraph 2 that this guy goes to the same gym as the writer. So what will happen when the writer meets him at the gym? Will he follow his father's advice, or will he go into a fight with him? Let's see. Yes, Mustafa. Mustafa, and then Omar Asi finishes. Yes, Mustafa Shahabi, paragraph 4. The following afternoon,
I met him at the gym, and I asked him candidly, "Why do you have such negative views towards Mexicans?" He calmly
call me, yes.
replied, all I see is Mexicans who jump the border or work dead end jobs. They are not proud to say their own country. I was
appalled. Appalled, it means surprised. Yes.
I was appalled. Moreover, my emotions were building up to the point where I was about to say something that sounded just as
Ignorant.
ignorant.
Mhm.
I took a deep breath
Breath.
and without breath and
Because
without
breathe with
thought.
E is the verb. You know, I breathe with E, but I take a breath.
Okay.
Mm.
I said to him, I'm sorry that I failed to fall to your
Expectations.
expectations.
Okay. So the next day at the gym, he saw him and he went up to him candidly. What does the word candidly mean?
Like دغري like this.
Confidently,
Straight.
Yes,
confidently, directly, as if
Straight.
he,
directly.
yes, as
Clearly,
if,
clearly.
excellent, excellent, as if he were challenging him. He's not afraid of him. Okay.
Yes.
And
Menacingly.
excellent. And when he asked him, why do you hate Mexicans? He told him, Mexicans, they jump off the border, you know, inside the United States, so they escape, and they work dead end jobs. Dead end jobs means that they don't stay in the same job a lot. They always change their jobs. Okay? This is what dead end job mean. So they don't stay a lot in the same job. They always work and quit, work and quit. Okay? Okay.
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 At the end of the paragraph, the writer says that the son took a decision not to go into a fight, not to talk to argue or talk to him anymore.
Yes.
And he said,
Yes.
I'm sorry to fail, that I failed to fall to your expectations. Who can paraphrase or explain the quote? Think about it.
Like he's not the something that the American is talking about.
Okay,
So he's telling him that not what you are talking about. I'm better than that. So I'm
good,
sorry
Omar.
to not be what you think.
Okay, good, Omar. Good, good. What else?
He was sorry because he didn't follow his the decision or his
Maybe.
uh
Yes,
yes.
maybe. Mahmoud Abdul
You don't
Halim, yes. Let me see your
know.
brain.
What teacher?
Ah, nothing, nothing.
He want to exclude from him and not to go and fight.
Okay, good. Excellent. Excellent, boys. I'm sorry that I failed to fall to your expectations. It means simply that I will not go down to your level. Okay? I will not go down to your deep level. I will not be such a person like you. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's see how the story ends. Let me see the participants. Okay. Okay. Zen, today I need to hear your voice. يلا يا Zen. The final paragraph. Yeah.
Yes. I felt proud and had no regrets. As for my old man, my attitude towards him has changed from a simple caregiver to the most brilliant man in the world. He taught me that pride and nobility are important for me as an individual. I am no longer concerned about the feelings that some people, like this guy, might have towards me because of my culture. My hatred would
Hatred.
only put me in the same. What?
My hatred, Habibi, not the hatred. It's not a hat. Hatred.
No. My hatred would only put me in the same category as a racist. I know what I am better than that.
Okay. So, Mister, how does the story end? How are the writer's feelings?
Proud.
He's proud. Why?
Because he followed the dad.
He followed his dad's advice, and
Yes.
was he convinced of
Self-confidence.
what his father, advised him to do?
Yes.
Yes.
Give me the evidence. Give me the evidence. What's the evidence?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, take your time.
Evidence of what?
The evidence that the writer or the narrator was convinced about his father's
Exclude yourself,
advice.
son. Exclude yourself, son.
Okay, and where is it shown? What's the evidence that the son accepted the father's advice from the final or the last paragraph?
Oh,
Pick out
yes.
the evidence from the final
sorry.
paragraph. Musa, from the final
He
paragraph.
said to him, "I'm sorry that I failed to fall to your
No,
expectation."
the final paragraph. Musa,
Ah, okay.
how can you tell from the final paragraph that the son was, thankful or grateful to follow his father's advice, not to go into an argument or fight with that racist? Yes, Wissam, I see your hand.
Because he said that my hatred would only put me in the same category as a racist.
Excellent, excellent. And of course, here he starts, he ends the story first by thanking his father. As for my old man, he feels that he's brilliant because he taught him to be noble, not to go and be, ignorant or to be a racist like others. Okay.
Okay.
Now, dear, what will happen? Now it's your time to work. Let me just insert the chart. Okay, so we have, okay, let's start. So let's say that I give you
Title.
the title is not mentioned, so you have to come up with a title.
Okay.
Problem,
Problem.
Events, and finally,
Solution.
lesson learned. This is what I give you. For example, this is the chart I gave you. Fine.
Fine.
Okay.
We want to write in our copy book.
Now, not now. Now I want you to outline the story. Okay, by following this table. So use the table to outline the story above, but just let me change the handwriting a little bit. Times New Roman. Okay, so let me just have it clear for you. Okay, so this is the story and this is the outline. I want you to take 5 to maximum 7 minutes to try to outline the story by yourselves, and then we shall share the answer together. Okay?
Okay.
Fine? All right. Then we share the answers and we send this sheet with the answer key to the group. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay. So you can start now.